Hey, what's up guys? My name is Mike and today I'm gonna share my experience in Need for Speed 2015. Overall, this game looks absolutely gorgeous, however, there were some aspects I didn't like. So we've got 8 minutes and I'm gonna try to show you most of them, and we're gonna start with a garage. In a garage you can keep up to 5 cars and the car selection is very big, and I believe it's gonna be even bigger when the full game comes out. Talking about visual customization, it's huge, and as you probably know, it's the biggest Need for Speed series ever. There are even small things like making your wheels wider or changing wheel angle. Mostly it's all locked now, which is good, because you don't want to start the game and everything is unlocked. That's just boring. So there are 2 ways to unlock parts, whether you level up or there are certain missions which unlock certain parts. For example, exhaust. Unfortunately, I didn't have access to those missions in beta version. Also, the highest level I could reach was 25. However, I can't say I unlocked a lot, which is good because you play the game and you unlock all the way. Let's talk about paint and wrap. Obviously, the pearlescent paint is missing. You can't make your car look like blue and red at the same time, for example. Now decals. This game has a very big and good collection of decals, and you can move them, rotate them, scale them and flip them. The only problem is that any of these actions were very hard to control with your controller. I would say it's too sensitive. And the thing I would recommend them to do is, the longer you hold your button, for example to change the size, the faster it changes. So for example, if you keep on pressing instead of holding, it changes only a bit. And also, mirror reflection option is missing. So for example, if you make your decal on one side, you want exactly the same on the other side. Let's talk about performance customization. It's really simple. Every single upgrade can be upgraded 3 times. Well, mostly. With engine and nitros, you can choose how you want. For example, with nitros, you can choose that it fills up over the time, or the more style points you get, the faster it fills up. Same applies to engine, only here you can choose whether you get higher top speed, bigger 0 to 60, or you can mix and match and get a bit of both. So again, it's entirely up to you. And then finally, once you've done all your upgrades, you can also customize it. So for example, you want to go for drift, you can go for drift, or you can choose to go for grip. As you can see, you can customize all settings at once, or you can choose a single setting and customize it how you want. Once again, it's entirely up to you. The thing I forgot to mention is that you can save your visual wrap, and you can save them as many as you want. And once you want to go back to your old style, you can just simply load it. So once you've done with your masterpiece, I'm going to show you what is waiting for you outside the garage. That's the way you're gonna come out from your garage, and for the first time ever in Need for Speed series, this is an open world with real players. And same like in GTA 5 Online, players will be separated into sessions. If you wanna race, it's not a problem. All you have to do is be next to each other, press R1 on PS4 controller, and then you can choose whether it's sprint race, circuit or drift. If the player next to you accepts it, the race begins. The only thing I don't like is that you can't control where the finish will be, but hopefully there will be such an option added later. If you lose nothing. If you win, you get 1000 in-game currency. Now you also have a phone where you can see map, messages and reputation. Here you can track in which style you get the most points. Another cool feature added are daily challenges. If you complete them, you get bonus. For example, here you get a spoiler from Rocket Bunny. As I mentioned, now you play with real people. So here, it's 4 of us, and what we're doing? Really nothing. We're just showing off, making donuts, and having fun. And if your players are actually in a race, you can see them on your map, or sometimes they might go just past you. If you crash into someone, your emergency light will flash. You don't control it, it works automatically. If you meet a player and police is after him, you can actually watch the pursuit and police won't touch you. Unless there is another cop and you are speeding or drifting or anything like that, they're gonna be after you. Otherwise, you can just follow them and watch how the guy is trying to escape. Do you remember how escape could take longer than you thought? Well, good news. Now you can just pull over and pay fine. Usually it's 50 to 100 bucks, which is like close to nothing in game, but only if you haven't tried to resist the arrest. There are also computer players in the world, but they're not gonna get on your way. For example, this guy, as I was drifting, he just pulled over, which is good. Let's talk about graphics and the overall map. I know it's PS4, it's a console, blah blah blah, however, the graphics are just incredible, especially this bridge. I would give a thumbs up just for this bridge alone. And anyway, there will be many places you're gonna see or go past and they're gonna look incredible. The only thing I don't like is the handling. I don't know, they try to do something new, something more realistic or whatever, but it took me a long time until I got used to this handling. Basically, if you try to do a sharp turn left or right, you actually have to know it before you're gonna do it, because when you turn, it's gonna take time for your wheels to fully turn whether left or right. And I know you can customize it, but not this bit. I think this bit will stay as it is, because I went through many different settings and none of them actually worked for me. But we will see when the full game comes out. Thank God the canyon is back, because this is the best place for drifting. Now, with new cool feature, the higher you go, the lighter it gets. I don't think there is any single game with open world there is nothing to collect. So first thing is called Donut to Collect. It's gonna be different places all over the world. You just have to come here, make a donut, and you get points. Point is the only thing you get for now. Maybe later will be something else. That's the second example. Second, there will be parts for your car all over the world. So you just have to come here, click R1, and you collected the part. And finally, third thing is called Vista. You don't get nothing out of it apart from a nice view to look at. That's the only thing it does. And finally, let's talk about what we can actually do in this game. What kind of events we have, and so on. So this is time trial. As you can see, there are no more barriers and nothing like that. So basically, if you're gonna get lost or you're gonna go off your road, that's your own fault. So you have to make sure you follow the arrow. The only good thing about it is that if there is a big distance between checkpoints, you can make your shortcuts the way you want. But again, if you're gonna get lost, that's gonna be your own fault. One small problem, you can't spin your car. No matter what, you're gonna land on your wheels. Brand new and my personal favorite event called Drift Train. It's the same drift, is that you have to stay with your group. If you leave your group behind, you won't get any points at all. If it's Drift Contest, you still get extra points for drifting with someone. Only this time you can actually leave your group behind and drift alone. There is also a brand new event called Gymkhana, the one Ken Block is doing. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage of that, sorry. And let's not forget Sprint and Circuit and all the standard events in every Need for Speed game. Thanks for watching, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.